Hey everybody, how you doing? It's your buddy Bruce here, traveling with Bruce. Welcome to the big show. I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. Last week was the Labor Day weekend, holiday Monday. I hope you all had a great Labor Day. I took it off. I was so exhausted from doing all the work I'd been doing on the other two channels, both channels, and I just took the day off. I just collapsed. I was so tired, but glad to be with you today. It's good to see you all. Hope you're doing well out there. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are around the world. It's nice to see you here. I'm just noticing there's a Walmart ad playing on my channel while I'm talking here on a delay. Very nice to see Walmart adding to my pocketbook with all of you, thousands of viewers who are here at the same time. This is absolutely beautiful. It's great to see it. How you doing, everybody? If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up button as soon as you can today to drive more viewers to the channel here today. They'll find us. It lets everyone know we're on and we're engaging and we're reacting to each other and everything else. Let me know what number you are. If you hit the thumbs up button, tell us welcome one, welcome all from around the world. I say cheers to all of you wherever you are. I hope you've just come back from a cruise. You're getting ready to go on another cruise, or you're on a cruise ship right now watching me live from wherever you are. Say hi. Let us know how you're doing. What's your high temperature these days? What's the price of gas in your neighborhood? How's it going where you are? And what's your next cruise going to be? What's your next ship? When are you going? Where are you going? Fill us in and make us jealous while you have the chance. Thank you all. Cheers. Jennifer and I are hiding out here in Calgary in a secret location. Jennifer is in much better shape with her knee these days because she had that injection done a few weeks ago. No pain in her knee whatsoever. The moment she had her knee injection, the minute that the needle went in there, no pain. Unbelievable. It's now been two plus weeks, and it's just fantastic. So now she tells me, now I can tell you how my hip hurts. Because there's no other pain to worry about. It's just the hip now. So hopefully that will get made better sooner rather than later. Welcome all to this big show from wherever you are. It's great to see you. Janice is here. Hey, Bruce, caught your warm-up number 2. Yes, gas $3.33 a gallon, temperature 79 here in Daytona Beach. I had an issue an hour ago. I was supposed to start my Hangout show with my members of this channel, the folks who are sponsor members of this channel, 7 o'clock Eastern every Monday, 1 hour, just a Hangout show with the members. I hit the wrong button. I started this show instead, and I'm looking at it going, this isn't right, and I immediately shut it down. And then I realized, oh, you doofus, by starting this show and ending this show, you now have to create another new show for the big show. And so I had to scramble, which meant that the sponsor member show started a minute late because I was finishing the setting up of this show because I'd screwed it up. And I noticed I've already had 80 views of a 15-second show. It was nice to see, nice that 80 of you popped in to just check out what was he doing, because you probably all got notified that he's starting, and now you're getting notified again. So thank you. This time it's for real. I'm really doing this show. Rocky, hi, Bruce, from southeastern Virginia. Gas is $3.29. Temperature here, 83 degrees with a high today of 90. We didn't get that here in Calgary. 69 for the high, presently 65. Tomorrow's high will be 74, which is going to be pleasant. Wednesday, 69. Thursday, 71. Friday, 70. Very nice. Saturday, 65. Sunday, 67. Next Monday, 56 for the high. 58 Tuesday and 65 next Wednesday. So we are cooling off bit by bit by bit now here in Calgary, unfortunately for us. But that is normal. Burro King Sound is in the house. How you doing there, buddy? Good evening, Uncle B. Welcome, Burro King Sound, to the show. I think you're from the other channel. It's great to have you here. FX45, how you doing there, buddy? I am number 5 on the thumbs up meter Thank you, FX, another viewer from my other channel. Beautiful, guys. Ken Correcca. Hi, Ken. Hi, Bruce, and all from Saginaw, Michigan. The temperature is 63. Gas is 369. Last week, we were in Mackinac Island for the day. We saw the cruise ship Le Dumas d'Urville there. Janet and Ken, we are number 5 thumbs ups. Good evening, all. Thank you guys for being here. I caught your pictures you sent me. Connie is here. Connie Severino. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Connie. How are you? Welcome to the channel tonight. Glad to have you here. We have Nathan in the house. Hey, I made it home. Laugh out loud. I made it to the big show. Gas was $3.31 a gallon when I filled up today. I've seen it as high as $3.99 over the weekend. What were you thinking about the Bliss? Yes, I was. I was just asking my members on the sponsor member show, trying to remember the name of one of the Norwegian cruise ships. I had remembered there was the Joy that came out for the China market, and then they pulled that ship out of there, brought it over to for the Alaska market after they Americanized it because they had to de-China it. I think they did that in Singapore. It cost them $50 million. Then they brought out a brand new ship after that ship, and I couldn't remember the name. It started with a B, but it was the Bliss. And then I was asking everybody, what was the name of the ship after the Bliss and after that one? What are the names of the Norwegian ships in order that came out after the Bliss? And I'll throw that at all of you right now. Let me know. Jeannie, hello, Bruce and all TWBers. Bill and Jeannie from East Tennessee are in the house. We are watching. Welcome, you guys. Tom Henry, hello, everybody. Sylvia Swan, I've got news for you. Tom Henry, I am thumbs up number 9. Rocky, I am thumbs up number 3. Duncan, the man, is in the house. How you doing, buddy? Number 7 or 17, I'm not sure. Ann Rogers, hi, Bruce. I am number 21. And I'm number 23. Thank you, Ann Rogers. Donnell, I am thumbs up 26. Patrick, I am number 12. I'm in Denver. It's 90, and gas is $3.79 a gallon. Thank you for the show. Duncan, going to Greece and Rome in 3 weeks. Giddy up, man. Giddy up. Ann Rogers, going to Italy and France on the Celebrity Edge, October 14th, 2022. Right on. Nathan, 215 days till Caribbean, NCL Joy, Costa Rica, Aruba, and a few other ports. 215 days, but who's counting this guy? I'm counting. Oh, right on, buddy. Nikki, hiya, Bruce, and TWB family. It's 78 in Jacksonville. They say it feels like 84. Humidity is 88%. Tim Bowman, greetings from a sunny Seattle, and it's 71 Fahrenheit, and I am thumbs up 29. Kimberly is here. Number 15. Hi, Bruce from Rush, New York, upstate. Thank you for your show. Thank you, Kimberly, for being here with us. Amicus is here. $3.49 a gallon, Spring Hill, Florida. And I think I'm like number 30 on the thumbs up meter. I'm up 98% on my Occidental stock pick. Beautiful job. Lee Shearer, number 11 thumbs up. Boca Raton. Although we canceled a number of cruises during the pandemic, we are confident that our December 2023 cruise to Eastern Caribbean with Virgin, this year we are going to Palm Desert, California. Nice. That's coincidence. So are we. Tom Henry, Encore, then the Prima. So the Bliss, then the Encore, and then the Prima. That was the order of ship construction for Norwegian. John Weir, Bruce, did you get my email today with Viking, Mississippi right in front of my house? John, let me show you something. Folks, check this out. John Weir is looking out front of his house, and look at the picture he takes. Right there, that right there is the Viking Mississippi River cruise ship going up and down the Mississippi River. That sucker's brand new, and it just floating on by the front of his house. Not bad, I say. I'm hearing good things. It sure sounds like a well-run ship. I'm curious if anyone here has either been on this ship or is planning on being on this ship. I'd love to know. Does anyone here have any stories about that ship? Thank you, John, for that photo. I thought I'd post that right off the get-go. Tom Henry, 4 ships with the racetrack now. The Joy, The Bliss, the Encore, and the Prima all have the racetrack, which of course says they're making money with the racetrack. That racetrack is making money for the cruise lines. Otherwise, they would have killed it by now if it didn't work. Very interesting. Paper City Gamer Jeff is in the house. Hey, everybody. 70 degrees now. We had a high of 80, 345 gas here in Massachusetts. Not sure on my next cruise, but I can't wait for it. I want it to be real soon. Jeff Dinan, hey, good day, all. Jeff is in the house again. Paper City Nathan, I love the joy. That's a great chip. Larry Blake, number 34 thumbs ups is what I'm at. Let me know, folks, what thumbs up number you are. Hit that thumbs up button for me. We want to get to 100 thumbs ups on this show if that's possible. Kirk Brunson, hi, Bruce Kirk from New York City. I'm here for the big show. Tim Bowman, I'm going to have to go. The Seahawks are on television. The Denver Broncos are in town. Larry, I'll be on the Prima October 10 out of New York. Larry, Tom Henry is going to be out of the Prima out of Southampton to go to New York. So you'll have to wave at each other through the terminal or something, Larry. Fantastic. I've got a little bit of news for you today, a little bit of info. I noticed today that Disney announced that they're going to start sailing out of Australia. They're going to sail the Disney Wonder cruise ship from Australia and New Zealand in November and December 2023. So that's next year, November and December, from Auckland, Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. So that was a big promotional announcement. I'm sure they're going to try to hype this up. There's probably going to be 7 or 8 cruises over that time frame to get the Australian market started for the Disney brand over there. Disney also announced that their 6th ship is going to be known as the Treasure, and it's coming out in 2024. So that's the story. These are LNG powered now for Disney, LNG powered ships. This particular ship will be the largest, 140,000 tons, with 1,250 rooms. And if you know how Disney operates, most cabins for Disney take into account that it is likely there are going to be children on board with mom and dad, with mom or dad, or mom and dad, or grandma and grandpa, and a couple of grandkids. So these rooms are usually decked out with maybe a fold-out couch. They can bring in a cot, whatever. And so I wouldn't be surprised if maximum capacity for that ship could be up to 4,000 or 5,000 passengers, depending on just how many per cabin they have. But that is the story about Disney. The Disney Treasure is the 6th named ship for the cruise line, 2024 sailings, and you'll hear all about it real soon. And it tells me what's going on here is, we've got the 5th ship coming out. This is the 6th ship coming out. And now we are not limited to just Fort Lauderdale sailings and sailings to the Caribbean, sailings to maybe the Maritimes. We can now go a little further out, and we can begin to show off the Disney brand in Australia and New Zealand, and maybe they'll begin to do sailings more often in the Mediterranean, perhaps, Northern Europe in the summertime. We'll see how all this comes together. They keep bringing out ships. They will expand their offerings, which of course will attract even more of the returning passengers. Those who've taken 3 or 4 Disney cruises to Caribbean are going, hey, I've been there. I've done that. Where else are you going? And now you're going to do Australia, New Zealand. Hey, I'll see you down there. We'll fly down for a combination land and cruise holiday from the U.S. or wherever we're at. It'll be interesting to see how Disney expands out with these cruise ships. Now, I wanted to mention something else. First of all, I'll say hi to Adonica, number 32 thumbs ups. Thank you, Tom. I will get the Prima safely to New York for you. We leave for London next Tuesday, no problem. Prima has 5 days between our disembarkation and Larry's embarkation for VIP celebration in New York. So there, you guys can get together. Tom, we are wondering how full the Prima transatlantic will be. Usually new transatlantics are not very full, more like 60%. Andrew Cabate is in the house. Hey, hi, Bruce. How you doing, Andrew? Welcome to the channel tonight. Nice to have you here. Now, if any of you fans are fans of Kara and Nate, like I am, you know what I'm going to talk about. This is a couple, Kara, which is Kara, and Nate, Nate. Kara and Nate are a young couple that I believe are now 33. They've been traveling around the world as YouTubers, been taking us on their journeys for 6 years. I've been on the air 5 years. They've been on the air 6. I absolutely love their channel. I think they just do marvelous, marvelous work. They really inspired me when I started to work as hard as I could, because I watched how hard these guys worked to build their YouTube business and their channel. They just finished a series of videos. They did 5 videos that they uploaded on their channel, all about a cruise from northern Norway, an island in northern Norway, to the North Pole and back. They were on a Pona cruise ship, and I was curious just how much would it cost civilians, normal people like us, how much would it cost to take this cruise? Because I have a suspicion. I don't know if they out and out said it, but I think they've indicated that the trip they took on that ship was provided by Pona and perhaps their marketing company. But in exchange for their fare to take the cruise, 16 days, they produced 5 first-class travel videos on board that ship. And Pona got a great deal because these 2 kids, who are absolutely wonderful people, hard workers, they have over 2 million subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. I think they've just broken the 2 million mark. And I love their work. If you ever get a chance to check out Kara and Nate, you're going to love these 2 kids. You get to share it all. You get to share the highs, the lows, the tears, the laughter. You'll just become addicted to these guys. They really are sincere, wonderful people. And I can't wait for the moment that I ever get a chance to meet them. If it ever somehow, some way happened that I could ever see them somehow, I would love to meet them and talk to them. And if Nate, if you're watching, Nate, if someone knows Kara and Nate loves the stock market. And I'm just putting it out there, Nate, if you'd like to have a chat about how the stock market works and you'd like to talk to me one-on-one about that, I'm more than happy to talk to you about the market. You have to talk to me about your channel. So maybe we can work something out. So get the message to Nate. If anybody knows them personally, I would appreciate it, and let them know this channel loves their channel. And of course, my other channel, I love them there as well. In any event, look, I took a look today. How much would it cost to go on this cruise to the North Pole? And I came up with I found the cruise. The cruise line is Ponant, which is the French cruise line. And the ship is known as the Commandant Charcot, and I'm screwing it all up, but Commandant Charcot, but Commandant Charcot, I'm sure that's what they call the ship in French. And what happens is, if you want to take the cruise, the cruise for you would start in Paris. You get on an airplane in Paris, and you are flying to an island in northern Norway, and you land in a place called Longyearbyen, so it's Longyear, Byen, all one word, Longyearbyen. How they came up with that the name? The only way I can think they came up with that is it's a long year, especially in the winter when it's dark all the time, and in the summer it's light all the time. So anyway, this is in Norway. So you have a return flight there before the cruise and after the cruise. It's a 15-night cruise. The next one is from July 27th, 2023 until August the 11th, 2023. And there are no stops because you're in water and then you're through ice flows. You're at the North Pole. There's no land at the North Pole. The North Pole, it's water covered in ice. And then you cruise back to this location. If you want a balcony, there are no inside rooms on this ship. This ship has 275 passengers, 180 crew. So you can imagine the service you're getting. $39,160 per person for a balcony room. The suite, which would be a larger balcony room, $57,360 per person. So these two pulled off 5 videos that are about 20 to 25 minutes long each. So there's 110, 15 minutes of quality, first class quality video work done by these two for this cruise. And they've exposed this cruise to their 2 million subscribers. And then anyone out there that is interested in cruising at all and ever going on a 6-star luxury cruise line like Pona, you want to go on a 16-day all-inclusive cruise on a 6-star cruise line, you'd like this cruise. I can tell you, it's all-inclusive. There's no internet. You go to the North Pole, there's no internet. So they couldn't post from the ship at all. They had to wait till they got back to shore. But the two of them would work, every day they'd be filming and doing time-lapse photography. When they would stop in an ice flow, they'd launch a drone, get some fantastic footage. At the North Pole, they did some really cool footage up there, showing you how the ship organizes everything and how they put it together. They did a beautiful tour of the ship. So you want to see what this thing is really like, I'm recommending another channel to go and check it out. But once you check out those videos, you'll get addicted, if you're like me, to some of their other videos that they've done where they have traveled the world. And they are a fun couple to enjoy watching. That to me, if I were that young now in this modern era of life, because when I was their age, 33, there was no YouTube. There was no way you could have ever done what they're doing now. But if I were this age, I would be trying to figure out a way to be a full-time YouTuber as a traveler as well. I'm pretty envious of those two, but I recognize just how hard they work to do what they do. They are relentless, but they're young and they've got the energy. I had the energy at 33 as well, and I wish them just super safe travels. Absolutely fantastic. Let's see here. Island Girl, number 40. It's been quite a while since I've been here. I missed all of you guys. Welcome, Island Girl. Ms. M. Hi, Bruce. I am number 42. Welcome to my channel tonight. Robert is here. Hello, Bruce from Boston, cruising on the Norwegian Bliss out of LA to the Mexican Riviera in November. Watch Kara Nate videos. Terrific, folks. They really are. John, American Cruise Lines work so hard in our area to produce a great experience. Viking just bought a boat that can't be equaled. Infinity Pool. I'm just glad they're back in business again. Robert Blend, I am number 37, buddy. Thank you very much for these thumbs ups, you guys. Keep them coming. We want to get as high as we can, as quick as we can towards 100. Now, I got 2 cruises for you that I wanted to talk to you about. That I saw these cruises today. I was just looking around on vacationstogo.com, and I came across these 2 particular cruises, and I thought, wow, now these are 2 cruises that would be, if you could pull these off, one or the other or both, oh my gosh, are you seeing stuff? I was really impressed. The first cruise I'm going to talk about is a cruise on, in both cases, it's the Queen Elizabeth cruise ship from Cunard. So it's a Cunard QE. And it's Vancouver to Barcelona. The first cruise is Vancouver, British Columbia to Barcelona, Spain. Now you're thinking, how the heck do you get over there? Well, what happens is you actually start your cruise by going to going first north. You're not even going to down south yet. You're going from Vancouver north up to Alaska. And the trip, this entire cruise is a 42-night cruise, 6 weeks. If you ever win the lottery or you inherit a bunch of money and you want to get away from all those screaming kids and relatives and everyone else, you take a 6-week cruise like this. And what happens is you board the ship in Vancouver, British Columbia. And after a sea day, you end up in Ketchikan. And this starts August the 7th, 2023. This is next year, right in the summertime from Vancouver. And of course, if you're smart, you will get to Vancouver several days before the start of your cruise because you have to see Vancouver. I mean, you just got to experience that place for 4 or 5 days and just relax. And then you get on your cruise ship. But from Vancouver, you have a sea day. You end up in Ketchikan. Then you go to Juneau, the Hubbard Glacier for a full day of cruising, Skagway. Then you're going to Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve. Again, looking at all of those glaciers. Again, that's a cruising day. Then Sitka, Alaska, a sea day. You're in Victoria, British Columbia for a day. That's a treat. Then back to Vancouver. So that right there is 10 days just to go from Vancouver to Alaska back to Vancouver in style and comfort. And if you want to take this 42-day cruise before we go any further, you can get the inside room for a 42-night cruise for $5,671. You want an ocean view at $64.45. If you want to get a balcony, it's $75.12, and a suite will run you $20,000. So I think you go with the balcony or the ocean view or the inside for 42 nights. We're talking less than $200 a night. This is a deal. After you finish the Alaska portion of the show, you're leaving Vancouver on the 17th of August. You're heading at sea for 2 days. You end up in San Francisco on the 20th of August. Then you have another sea day to Los Angeles on the 22nd. After LA, you have 2 sea days. You're in Cabo San Lucas. 3 days later, you're in Punta Arenas, Costa Rica. Then a sea day, and you're going through the Panama Canal. Thursday, July the 31st, full cruise, full transit. After a sea day, you're in Aruba. 2 sea days, you're in Fort Lauderdale. Then you've got 2 sea days to Hamilton, Bermuda. From Bermuda, you have 5 sea days to Funchal, Madeira, Portugal. A sea day later, you're in Cadiz, Spain. And 1 more sea day later, you're in Barcelona. Monday, September the 18th, you're in Barcelona. From Vancouver, British Columbia to Barcelona. Now, that cruise right there, that's got it all. I mean, you are in perpetual summer the entire time. You're up to Alaska and back, summertime. Then you're heading south through the Panama Canal over to Barcelona. It's all warm weather, all on board the Cunard ship. Absolutely fantastic. Jeff, thank you for this. 3.2 million. I couldn't remember. Was it 2 or 3 million subscribers? 3.2 million for Kara and Nate. They're absolutely phenomenal, those two guys. So I'm such a fan. All right, now you finished this cruise, okay? And you're thinking, wow, that's pretty good. I get into Barcelona here on September the September the 18th or so. You're done your cruise, and you're figuring, oh, this is all right. Well, now guess what? You are going to go on another cruise, but not for at least a month. You've got 5 weeks between this cruise and your next cruise. And what is the next cruise, you ask? Dare you ask? What is your next cruise? Well, let me tell you what your next cruise is. You're going from Barcelona on the same ship to Sydney, Australia. How about this one? Barcelona to Sydney, Australia for 43 nights. This is your next one. But first, you've got 5 weeks between the two. You can go and view Spain, Portugal, France. You grab a Eurorail pass, do some train travel. You go to Switzerland like Jen and I would in a heartbeat between these 2 cruises. We'd go to Switzerland for 4 or 5 weeks and enjoy some more of that country. and then come back to Barcelona, spend a few nights there, and get ready to go from Barcelona to Melbourne. To Sydney, Australia. You can go Melbourne, also to Sydney. Now, here it is, 43 nights, an inside room on the Queen Elizabeth. And hang on, I'm misquoting myself. Hang on a second, just give me 1 second. I've got to double check something because I do this sometimes and I screw myself up when I do this. Where is that exact cruise? There it is. There it is. There it is. Where is it, Bruce? You got to find it. You got to find it. Hang on. I had it and then I lose them. I get them and I lose them and I have to find them. So just 1 second. Bear with me while I figure this out. There it is. And show me that deal. And it's got to be here. And you've got to give it to me right around here. Right there. Okay, I found it. Now I found it. Pardon me, folks. It is a cruise from Barcelona to Melbourne, and it's October 23rd, 2023 departure. It is, like I said, 5 weeks after you get to Barcelona on the first leg. This ship will tool around the Mediterranean for 5 weeks. You get off the ship, you take a 5-week land holiday. Now you come back. You go from Barcelona to Melbourne, 41 nights on the Queen Elizabeth. You arrive in Melbourne on December the 3rd, which is the heart of summertime in Australia. So you've extended your summer holiday into Europe from September to October. It's still nice and warm. And now you're leaving to stay in the warm weather. An inside room for this 41-day cruise, $6,463. Ocean view room, it'll run you $67.54, and a balcony room, $72.39. You take the balcony for 41 nights. Absolutely. And what you do is you leave Barcelona on the 23rd of October. You have a sea day and you end up in Toulon, France on the 25th of October. Then Florence and Pisa, Italy on the 26th. You got 12 hours to see both cities. So you'll see the Leaning Tower, Pisa. You'll go to Florence and see that area. It is fabulous. Friday, the 27th of October, sea day. And then Saturday, the 28th, you're in Ibiza, Spain. Then Sunday, Valencia, Spain. And on Monday, back to Barcelona. So you got a little cruise in the Mediterranean. 2 more sea days, and you're in Crete, in Greece, Thursday, November 2nd. Then you have a sea day, and then you cruise through the Suez Canal on Saturday, November the 4th, and you end up in Luxor, Egypt on the 5th of November. And that day on shore, 7 a.m. from the morning until 10 p.m. at night, you're going to see the pyramids, the giant pyramids in Egypt. What a cruise this is. From Monday on the 6th of November, you've got 4 sea days, and you end up in Salalah, Oman on Friday, November the 10th. 3 sea days later, you're in Colombo, Sri Lanka. And then 4 sea days later, you are in Singapore. Sunday, November the 19th, you are now in Singapore. 1 sea day later, Jakarta, Indonesia. 1 more sea day later, you're in Bali, Indonesia. You're getting a sampler of each spot. 3 more sea days after that, the November the 27th, you are in Perth, Fremantle, Australia. From 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. You can have some fun there. Then 3 days at sea, Adelaide, Australia. 1 more day at sea, Melbourne, Australia. Sunday, December the 3rd, you're now in Australia. And what are you going to do then? You're going to stay in Australia. If you have your wits about you, you have enough money left over, if you could pull it off, stay right to the new year between Australia and New Zealand. It's the heart of summer down there. And if you miss your loved ones or you miss a child or two, you arrange for them to fly down to meet you, and you do some Australia, New Zealand with them, and then you all fly home together on a return trip. If you can pull it off, that's how you do it. For Jen and I tell you what would happen if we took these 2 cruises back to back. We would take the first cruise, get off in Barcelona, and we would then work our way to perhaps Switzerland, and we would fly our daughter over there, catch up with her for a week or two, and then she can fly back, and then we take our second cruise. That would give Jen enough daughter time. After a 6-week absence, she'd have some daughter time, and then the daughter would go back, and then another 6 weeks, and we'd be in Australia. And if somehow we can arrange to get her down there, that would be the ultimate, to have another daughter get together in Australia. I don't know if that's possible, but man, I tell you, 12 weeks of cruising in a balcony. The first one is $7,500. The second one is $7,200. Obviously, that is a per person rate. But you're talking about a 5.5-star cruise line here. The Queen Elizabeth, with top-notch service, a fabulous spa, fabulous reputation for excellence. On Cunard, you're going to be well looked after by these guys, and these ports of call. My God, to see the pyramids in Egypt, visit Singapore, visit Jakarta, visit Bali. Yeah, once you're in Melbourne, of course, you'll stay there, then head over to Sydney, visit Sydney for a little while, check out the Opera House, the bridge, the city, the surroundings, then enjoy rest of Australia for a little bit more of Australia, and then work your way to New Zealand with a flight over there. Catch New Zealand in the heart of summertime. Everything's back open again. Beautiful. You can even rent an RV in New Zealand, and check out New Zealand in an RV. I mean, what an adventure. That would be really something. I tell you, that would be one heck of a cruise, I gotta say. 2 cruises and vacation all around it. I don't think I'd want it to end. Miss M. Glad, 167 Leader, Michigan, but 196 in Maple Ridge, 20 kilometers away. Oh, man. Welcome, Miss M. That is interesting. Smoky here, too, from major fires in Hope, British Columbia. BC is having fire issues because it's so dry in British Columbia. Louise, hello, Bruce. The Wi-Fi seems to be working better now. I can see you talking and moving. This is good stuff. I'm on my way to my Zandam room right now. Wow, that sounds like a fantastic cruise. These 2 cruises are just incredible. Of course, that North Pole cruise, that's got to be absolutely something. 16 days, no land, just ice. Well, water first, Arctic Ocean, then ice at the North Pole. That would be something. Just hopped on, Kimberly is saying, Seattle area, lots of smoke here in Seattle too. Theoretically, here in Calgary, so far so good. We've had smoke off and on, but it hasn't been too bad. But yeah, British Columbia is socked. Absolutely devastating smoke coming from the fires. Unfortunately, the rains that normally come through have not been coming through, and this is why the western half of the U.S., a big chunk of it, is in a full-blown drought. And the Colorado River is at very low levels. Lake Mead outside of Las Vegas is incredibly low. Salton Sea is incredibly low. California just got some rain in Southern California from the leftover of a hurricane that came up the Baja Peninsula area and turned into a tropical storm, and rain came in from Mexico, San Diego, Palm Springs, Salton Sea area, the Imperial Valley into Riverside, Los Angeles. A lot of rain fell. Unfortunately, a lot of rain too fast, too soon, too quick, too much, flash flooding, that type of thing. But the weather has been so crazy. Kimberly, so worried to see the full moon last night too. I so wanted to see the full moon last night. And FYI, I was number 50 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, Kimberly, for helping us out with that. Brittany is here. Hi, Bruce and all. I'm sorry I'm late. Welcome. Island Girl, hubby used to work in the Yukon and Northwest Territories in the winter. Desolate and frigid, would not be interested in the North Pole. What I noticed about the video when I saw Kara Nate being there in August, you're dealing with long days, long nights. The sun never went down. It was daylight 24 hours a day up there. And the degrees, the temperatures were like 30 to 35. They weren't 20 below. It was 30, 35. There were windy days, so they felt colder. And Pona would equip everyone. Everyone got their parkas and the gloves and the boots and the snow pants, and the whole getup was provided by Pona. They know what they're doing with their guests up in those conditions. Kimberly, how is Jen? Any appointments yet? One moment, Brittany. I might be thumbs up 54. Thank you, Brittany, for that. Jen is great. She's doing fine. She had her right knee. She got an injection there, and there's no pain whatsoever. The second she got her injection, no pain. Just hasn't been at all. Her knee was throbbing all the time for months and months and months. Nothing. It's now been over 2.5 weeks. She's walking on it just great, building her strength again. She's doing exercises. She's getting stronger. And so we're really happy about that. Now we're working on the hip, and we'll keep you posted when we know more about that. Kimberly, but the shot only lasts so long. So I've heard 6 months. They last 6 months, and then you get another one. And it lasts 6 months, and you get another one. And you can get them for years if you want. The X-rays show that there's obviously, this is a 67-year-old knee, but it's not bad enough that surgery is urgently required. And so right now, the doctor is saying, if you don't mind getting an injection once every 6 or so months or so, you might not need one for 7 or 8 months. It varies between persons. If you don't mind getting another shot, you don't need an operation whatsoever. And right now, very good. It's all good. Brittany, I saw gas yesterday, 309 yesterday. Here in Calgary, I was saying on the other show, we're paying about 370 American for an American gallon. If you convert it all over to American money and convert liters to gallons, it's about 370 US is what we're paying here. And where I live, this province of Alberta is generating a ton of money in its provincial coffers. The government of this province is running a surplus. It's like a state government running a surplus. We're running a surplus here of $1 billion a month for the province right now. $1 billion surplus a month from oil and natural gas royalties. It's been 7 years of pain leading up to last year, finally, when the tide turned the other direction. Because for 7 years, the government here had been borrowing money to meet the budget. Now they have a surplus coming into the budget. And they just paid $13 billion against their long-term debts to go from $92 billion in debt to $79 billion in debt in 1 year here in this province. And at the pace it's going at, it could be that next year, 15 billion could go against the debt next year over the balanced budget. That would bring the deficit from the debt, total outstanding debt, from 79 to 64 billion dollars for a province of 4.5 million people. Huge improvement. So right now, natural gas where it is, oil where it is, and it doesn't look like it's going to crash out. This dough is coming in, and the government is just paying back all these banks that they borrowed money from. All those bonds are being paid off just as interest rates are going up. The government is paying down the debt. So for this region of North America, it's okay. Other regions of North America, not so good. But interesting how this all goes, isn't it? Amazing. Louise, I can hear you on the Zandam. How fun is that? Welcome, Louise. Kimberly, my mom got both her knees replaced within 4 months, working on the year deductible, working the U.S. system. Right on. Kimberly, okay, no more medical talk. Let's talk cruising. Louise, your daughter is a very lucky lady. Brittany, I'm quite tired tonight after getting 2 good swims. Right on. Well done today. Donnell, I think it's time to start a GoFundMe account. I'd so love to go on either of those 2 dream cruises next year. I guess I'll just have to imagine being on them as usual. Yeah, I mean, I look at those and go, wow, you think about the $7,500 cost for one of those cruises for one person. You double that, you're at 15,000 American dollars. Then you have onboard spending, tips, gratuities, and everything. You're gonna have to add another 7,500 in total. That's a 20,000+ cruise. Then there's the second one, another 20,000. Now you're talking $40,000 for two cruises to go from Vancouver to Barcelona, from Barcelona to Melbourne. And then you got to get home back to Vancouver if that's where you're from, or at least Calgary, where we're from. That's a plane ride. That's 1,000 a person at least. At least one way. You got to do that, and then spending money on in Europe for 5 weeks, spending money in Australia, New Zealand for how long you're going to be there for. $30,000. I mean, how much is this? I'll tell you, I'm going to have to be on YouTube every day just to try to make enough advertising revenue to cover part of it. Unbelievable. Kimberly, what cruise line were you talking about with these amazing cruises? Well, the North Pole cruise is Ponant. That's the French 6-star cruise line, Ponant. And then the Vancouver to Barcelona and Barcelona to Melbourne, that is Cunard with the Queen Elizabeth ship, the Queen Elizabeth. So you're talking some nice cruise lines here. Excellent food, excellent accommodations, excellent service, spas on all these ships, meals top notch. I mean, everything top notch. What you're going to pay for it, I mean, there's no doubt about it. I actually booked on Holland America a 100-day plus cruise. Cruisers are amazing. They book the cheapest room possible. Island Girl going on the Royal Caribbean Serenade of the Seas in November to Western Caribbean. Looking forward to see Belize. I hope the weather cooperates. I sure hope it does for you too. Kimberly, I booked a DOG on Cunard once. Such a challenge and so cool. Booked a dog on a. What does DOG stand for? You got to help me with that one. Let's see how that goes. Of course, you can look around all you want on these online cruise sites for cruise fares, and you'll find from time to time a deal for under 150 a night on a long cruise, maybe an MSC cruise or a repositioning 30-day repositioning cruise. Sometimes you get some really good deals, but to get a cruise of this nature through the Panama Canal and then through the Suez Canal, and end up in Australia, with a Cunard cruise line, you are talking top dollar here. Not the most expensive cruises in the world, but they're definitely not what we call discount cheapo cruises. You will pay. Kimberly, yes, dog, as in a pet animal. I took a dog on a cruise. Such a channel and so cool. Such a challenge and so cool. Right on. To take a dog on a cruise. Well, yeah, no pets here. Thank you. I think Jennifer and I would be happy just to be on our own. And we'll pet your dog. You got to. Oh, that's a nice dog, but it's your dog. It's your dog. It's not my dog. Whatever it is. But yeah, the best way to get a long distance cruise in for cheap money is to take a repositioning cruise, maybe from Italy to South America using an MSC ship. There are repositioning cruises available through MSC from time to time. From summer to winter, that kind of thing. You can do, obviously a good deal. Let me just take a look here for repositioning cruises while I've got this up. See if I can find something here. September 2022 to January 2023 on MSC. I'm just going to take a peek right there and see what I can find on MSC cruises, and balcony only, because you guys deserve nothing but the best. Cheapest price. So a 17-day cruise from Rome to New York, Brooklyn on the Seascape MSC, 17 nights, $399 on a balcony. How would you like that deal? How about the Seascape for 15 nights, $399? That's Barcelona to New York. You can go from Barcelona to Rio de Janeiro on the Fantasia, MSC Fantasia, $479 in a balcony. 14 nights on Fantasia. One more night, $509. That would be Marseille to Rio. Barcelona to Sao Paulo, Brazil, 14 nights on the MSC Fantasia, $509. Some real deals here. Let's see what else we got here. Funchal, Madeira, Portugal to Port Canaveral, 12 days on the MSC Meraviglia, $569 for a balcony. There's a deal. Again, let's take a look at another one here. What else we got? Other ships. I'm looking at the same ships again and again. They have them from all kinds of different ports. Genoa, Italy. From Genoa, Italy, November 17th, 16 nights to Fort de France in Martinique. So Genoa to Martinique on the seaside, $709 for 16 nights. There's a deal. How about 17 nights on Genoa to Pointe-à-Pitre in Guadeloupe, $749 for 17 nights on the MSC Seaside. How about that cruise? How about an 18-night cruise, September 25 on Marseille to Port Canaveral on the Meraviglia, $829 for 18-night cruise. Let's see what else we can find here. Here's a 24-night repositioning cruise, October 8th from Istanbul, Turkey to Rio de Janeiro, 24 nights on the MSC Fantasia, $889. What a deal. What else can we find here? Let me take a look if there are any more available. If there's any, a lot of them are sold out here. Here's a 34-nighter. This is a little more expensive. 34 nights from Barcelona to Santiago, Chile on the MSC Magnifica. That's a 34-night cruise, $6,599 in a balcony. Still under $200 a night. Unbelievable. And they did have a 72-night cruise available from Genoa, Italy to Sydney, Australia on the Magnifica for $13,900 for 72 nights. That's under $200 a night, but that is, believe it or not, sold out. Just amazing, some of these repositioning cruises that you can go on. Some of them are incredibly cheap. You know, you get more than 2 weeks for $800. That's $400 a week. Balcony? Come on, man. That's incredible. Pete Hoskins, hi, Bruce. All believe the Disney Wonder will be coming to Sydney early next year, and my daughter wants to book for her and my granddaughter. Question is, how good are these cruises? Well, Disney runs a very good operation. They run a first-class operation, 5.5 star. If you got kids, oh man, is it tailor-made? You get on with your children, and then you let them go. That's the best thing about a Disney cruise. If you're an adult, you don't have to be with your kids all the time. You have breakfast with them in a theme restaurant, and then they have their all-day activities, and the staff takes the kids, and off they go, and you and mom go by the pool and relax. Pretty nice going. Kimberly, not my dog, booked a dog as an agent. One of those for my long-time stories. I am confused as could get up now at what Kimberly's trying to tell me here. Jeff, the Vancouver to Barcelona QE, we were booked on this year. When they repeated itinerary for 2023, we moved our booking to then. Island girl, like to disembark every day, not fond of perpetual motion sickness. Bring lots of gravel, laugh out loud. There you go. You got to either love sea days or you hate sea days. That's the way it works. No doubt about that. Yeah, these repositioning cruises, if they are long and they go over great distances, you're going to have 5, 6 sea days here, a stop, another bunch of sea days. Yep, you got to want to be out at sea for a long, long time. But if you love being at sea, you're going to get in your amount of sea time and downtime and get away from relatives and neighbors and pesky people hopefully. What can I say? Pete, excellent, Bruce. Thank you. Pete, you want to look into these cruises, definitely. You want to look into them. But I can tell you, I don't hear complaints ever about Disney cruises. I just don't hear complaints. People just go, my God. For the kids, you do not go on a Disney cruise to avoid children. That's number one. You go on a Disney cruise with children, and if you do go with the kids, no matter what age, 3 and up, oh my God, are they going to have a great time? Even into their early teenage years. There's something for everyone. And of course, in North America, you're going to stop at Castaway Cay, which is their private getaway spot, their island. Soon they'll have the second one built out. That'll be a second one. But in Australia, oh, they're going to have a great time down there. I am certain of it. Louise, I plan to go back on the Zandam again next year. Both my sister and Jerry will be invited again. No flights needed, just a long train ride. Right on, Louise. You know a good thing when you enjoy it. You know what you got going there. You're on Holland America. That is right now a 5.5-star cruise line. Excellent food, excellent everything, and man, what beautiful stops you are making now in the Maritimes. Fall time of the year coming up. I mean, these next 5-6 weeks of cruising in the Maritimes, New England, gorgeous fall colors. My God, absolutely stunning scenery. Right on. Nothing wrong with Montreal, Quebec to the Maritimes, or Quebec to the Maritimes and back. Nothing wrong with that at all. Absolutely a great way to go. Absolutely, for sure. Thank you, folks, so much for being here. How are we doing on our thumbs ups? We have 65 thumbs ups for this show. This is incredible because there are only 52 people watching. 52 people are here right now. 53 now are here right now live. I got 65 thumbs ups from 53 viewers. This is how great you guys are. You are so loyal to this channel. I thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up button. Let me know what number you are if you like. We try to get as close to 100 on these live telecasts. And then we ask the folks who are watching on rerun, please hit the thumbs up button for us and get us to 100. And it happens every week. I get emails from people who tell me, I missed your show live, Bruce. I was out. I was at a meeting. I was at dinner. I came back. I watched your show. I am thumbs up number 104 or 117 or whatever it is. The thumbs ups keep coming in from you wonderful people out there. 68 are here now, only 32 away from 100. Am I complaining? No, I am not. Thank you all so much for helping out. I don't know if you heard today, but there was a collision between a Viking river cruise ship and a barge. I believe it was in Germany. It was in the morning. I think it was maybe yesterday or the day before. And I guess the Viking ship was moving along at not too great a speed because it was foggy first thing in the morning, apparently, when all of a sudden the first officer that was commanding the ship saw a barge this way, right across the front of the Viking river ship. And the engine room was alerted, put the engines in reverse, full reverse right now, prepare for a collision. And I guess the engines were going in reverse for 5 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, and then impact. The nose of the hull of the Viking ship broadsided the barge that was cut right in front of the ship. Apparently, according to reports, the barge was not supposed to be doing that. The Viking ship was in the right. The barge was in the wrong. But apparently both ships did not sink or anything like that. The Viking ship, by hitting it straight on, crunched the nose a little bit, but no water was taken on board. There were minor injuries on board the ship, but the good news was, believe it or not, because it happened so early in the morning, most passengers were in their cabins still in bed. And so they got the rocking motion for sure. There were a few minor injuries, and apparently a chef in the kitchen that was preparing breakfast did suffer some minor burns from one of the ovens, but apparently was taken to the first aid room on board the ship and then later taken to a hospital for treatment and will be fine. But no other casualties. I don't know what the status of the ship is, and I don't know the status of the rest of the cruise. I don't know how far into the cruise this was, but apparently everyone's okay. So there you go. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. Um, let's go. Yeah, Louise, I'm worried about the food not being good on MSC. My Wi-Fi is going down again. Oh, I'm sorry, Louise, that's happening. I will admit that I have had the odd story from time to time, depending on what room classification you book on an MSC ship, your food options vary. And if you're in the yacht club class at the top of the food chain, everything is great up there. If you're on a lower class booking, you may or may not be happy with your choices. And you have specialty restaurants that you can go to. I'm sure the food is top notch there. But I think in the general dining area, there have been occasional reports of people going, not too happy with the selections being offered lunch and dinner time. I just mention it as I've heard Louise mention it. These reports occasionally come out from some some cruisers about some of the MSC ships. I don't know if it's a chronic issue or an occasional issue, but the cruise line is expanding, adding more ships to its fleet, growing, constantly growing out. So I'm sure they're, all in all, I'm sure they're doing just fine. But I found that interesting. 71 thumbs ups are now here for this show. Thank you all. 52 people watching. 71 thumbs ups have come in already. That shows you just the how many folks come in here, watch for a while, drop a thumbs up, come back later or move on. I thank you all so much for these thumbs ups. You guys are great. B Duff Travels. I was on the seashore a few weeks ago and the food was pretty good. And I get these reports where people will say, I've been on a bunch of these cruises and they're always great. And then I get reports from people who say, I was on a few of them and two of them were good and two of them not so good on the food department. It really is amazing how it varies. Donnell, just wondering, are there any cruises on the Great Lakes? Yes. Speaking of Viking, the Viking Cruise Line launched a series of cruises this summer on the Great Lakes with a brand new ship. I think it's called, is it not called the Oculus? Am I right on that one? I think it's called the Oculus. And that ship is kind of a icebreaker kind of a vessel as well. It's a luxury ship designed to go through the locks for the Great Lakes, but it's also designed to go to Antarctica and the Arctic. So that ship is a very versatile cruise ship. The Oculus, if I am not mistaken, is the name of the Viking ship. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a look right now at Viking right here, see if I can find the ship for Viking. Is it called the Oculus? Yeah, the Octanus. Viking Octanus. And if we look for cruises from now until December on the Viking Octanus, are there any out there? I'm not showing. Hold on a second. I'm going to go all regions. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, here we go. The Octanus. October 1st from Toronto to New York. It's a 12-day cruise coming up. It only balcony rooms available. It will sail up the St. Lawrence Seaway, going through a number of locks. And it will go from Toronto to Trois-Rivières, Quebec City, Saguenay, Sept-Îles, all in Quebec, then to Charlottetown, Halifax, and ultimately New York. $10,495 per person on this ship. No one under age 18 allowed on this vessel. That's coming up October. There's a cruise September 17 from Thunder Bay, Ontario to Milwaukee. It's a seven-nighter. You're going from Thunder Bay, Ontario to Duluth, Minnesota, to Houghton, Michigan, to Mackinac Island and Milwaukee. And that is a seven-nighter for $7,395 for the cheapest balcony, $1,000 a night per person. Suite, $10,596. We're not talking discount cruises here for this vessel. The 24th of September, we're going Milwaukee to Toronto. That's how it's getting to Toronto. $76.95 for a seven-nighter. Milwaukee to Mackinac Island, Detroit, Niagara Falls, Welland Canal, Toronto. That is that one. And then, of course, after Toronto, you get to New York, Manhattan, on October the 13th. Then from Manhattan, we're going to Barbados. That's a nine-nighter, $43.95. There's a deal. And you can also go from New York to either Rio de Janeiro for 23 days, or you can go New York to Ushuaia to Argentina. This is all the way down to the Arctic, the Antarctic, to Argentina, the launch point for Antarctica cruises. 40 nights for $28,995. The deal might be to go from New York to Rio de Janeiro, 23 nights on this ship for $94.95 over 3 weeks. That's not a bad deal on this high-class ship. You're sailing out of New York for 3 nights. You're in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Then you're going to British Virgin Islands to the Virgin Gorda. Then St. Bart's. Next day, Little Bay in Montserrat. Next day, St. Lucia. Next day, Barbados. Then one sea day, and you end up in French Guiana. Then you have a sea day, and you're in Belém, Brazil for 2 nights. Then you have 2 sea days. Then you're in Recife, Brazil for a night. One sea day. Salvador, Brazil, 1 sea day. Bucios, Brazil, and Rio de Janeiro for 2 nights. November the 5th, you get off the ship. And that is summertime down there. Leaving the fall of November 13th, October 13th, New York, in the fall, arriving summer, Rio de Janeiro, warm weather, November the 5th. As a matter of fact, November weather in Rio, high temperature, average 87 degrees, low temperature 71 is your average weather in Rio de Janeiro. So not bad. That's the deal of deals. From there, you're going south to the tip of South America, because from there, the ship will cruise Antarctica. And the first cruise from there looks like, let's see, what are they going to do from there? Let me double check this here. November, December, January. What are they doing here? November the 5th. Am I missing something here? The ship is leaving Rio and is going to Parangua, Brazil, 2 sea days. Buenos Aires, Argentina for 2 nights. Montevideo, Uruguay, 2 nights at sea. Port Stanley in the Falkland Islands. Then the Drake Passage. Then you're going to the Antarctic Peninsula for 3 nights of expedition cruising. Drake Passage again, and then back to Ushuaia, Argentina. This is a 17-nighter, and it's $18,900 for the cheap balcony, and the cheapest suite, $24,000. Just to give you an idea of what these cruises cost to do these Antarctic cruises. After that, there are 12-day Antarctica cruises that are $13,900, $14,300, $15,900, $15,200, $15,300, $14,900 per cruise for 12-night cruises, just to give you an idea how much money you're going to be spending on that ship. But that is the quality of cruising and how they operate. That's Viking, and I suspect they are sold out. I sleep like a baby at sea, says Louise. I love the moving down below. I just love it. There you go. You got to love it. Fantastic stuff. Well, if you got money, there's places to spend it, isn't there? Isn't it amazing how that all works? Thank you again, everybody, for hanging out with me tonight. It's just a pleasure to be with you every week. 75 thumbs ups have come through on tonight's show. There are only 46 of you diehards left. I thank you all for being with me tonight. I want to wish you all a great week. Stay healthy, stay well. Join me next Monday if you'd like for the sponsor member show at 7 o'clock. To join me for that one, become a member of this channel and join us at 7 o'clock for a 1 hour hangout. And then I'll see you at 8 o'clock next week for the big show. And we'll bring you the latest news and cruise deals and whatever we come up with. And I thank you all. In the meantime, please be well. I live Vancouver, says Island Girl. Daily, a Disney Wonder has left the port there. Can usually see the cruise ships go by in the Strait of Georgia, but light smoke blocking the view right now. And that's a sign of how bad it is in British Columbia for those forest fires. Everyone out there, be well. Don't inhale too much of that bad air out there. And I'll see you next Monday. Those of you who are into the stock market, join me tomorrow morning. Stock Markets with Bruce at 8:30 Eastern Time. I go live every day, Monday to Friday, when the markets are open. I am live at 8:30 in the morning until about 10:30, and then at 3 Eastern Time until about 4:15 Eastern for the final hour of trading. We'll explain how the stock market works to you in plain English if you like. Thank you all. Have a great week. Have a great day. Donnell, thanks for joining us from way over there in Ireland. Get some sleep, buddy. You got to go to bed. It's late for you or early for you. You take care. All of you out there, take care of yourselves. Be well. Stay healthy. And we'll see you next Monday for the big show and the sponsor member show at 7 Eastern and 8 Eastern. All the best. Goodbye from Calgary from Bruce and Jen. And we'll talk to you next time. Good day.